We've had our first experience with Anastasia, which was she was our first au pair. She was with us for over 2 years. So she did the 1 year, then she extended it for another year, and then she even took the additional month to be with us, which I think is a good sign because she expressed being really happy. And, it was the first experience for us as well, and we really, really enjoyed having Anastasia and now Gabriella with us. I think the au pair program is wonderful because there's something that these young girls, even though most of the time they don't have kids of their own, prior to having an au pair, for me, it was a requirement that if I was to hire a nanny, I wanted a nanny who has kids of her own so that they had personal experience, raising a child mind. And I'm now obviously open to having, young girls who don't necessarily have kids of their own, but they can share other things and can bring other things to the table. For example, being young and, they can easily relate to kids by using their creativity, their energy, their ambition. They just relate really well to young kids. Which I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and sometimes it takes a young person to think of a fun way or a fun, creative way to be able to relate to kids. So I thought that was one of the biggest benefits, of having a young person taking care of my kids. And then the overall experience was really good, having someone, living with us and learning about our culture and our family life and life in the United States. And, it's been, I think, good for both the au pair and for us, learning about their background, from our end. And now Gabriella, who's, teaching our kids Spanish, and teaching us about our cultural and somewhat religious differences. We're all very open-minded and very interested in, the differences, which is, I think, also another great benefit. I had a hard time getting my son to take a bath because he had a Band-Aid, and he was afraid that the Band-Aid would fall off. And she created this, our au pair, she created this fun story about little soldiers who were going to dive underwater, and he absolutely needed to get in there to save them. Something maybe an adult wouldn't necessarily think of, like a fun little creative way to get a child to take a bath or something like that.